Hi everyone, and welcome to the SCS 200 Project 2 Overview Research Investigation presentation. Let me first start by covering some of the basics. You'll need to submit 5 to 7 slides in PowerPoint, Prezi, or a similar format for this project. You're welcome to go over the requirement if desired or if needed for your particular project. Along with your presentation, you'll want to include speaker notes or a Word document that should accompany your submission and help the viewer and the reader to logically follow the sequence of your slides. Be sure that whenever you use ideas or information that is not your own, that you follow the APA format for citation. So let's take a moment to review the grading criteria for your final project. The good news is that you already have most of the components ready to go, and you just need to assemble them in a polished, completed project. So you'll begin by reviewing the social scientific background of your issue and research question as it pertains to the social sciences. And many of you here are using a hook or statistics or some type of anecdote to get your audience interested in the topic you're about to discuss. Next, you'll move on to your audience. Who should care and why? This is a great place to give examples of why it's important to your audience that they should be invested in the issue that you're about to discuss. You'll then present the evidence that you've already researched, and you'll show how that supports any conclusions that you've reached at the end of your project. Next, you'll want to describe your own personal connection to the issue. Why do you care? What makes you passionate about the issue that you've decided to research? You'll then talk about the investigation and how the investigation has changed your perspective about the topic that you've decided to research. How placing it in the social sciences has lended itself to a new vision or a new understanding or a new depth of understanding of your particular issue. This next section is new. In here, you'll provide evidence-supported research and discuss how this actually gives you a personal or professional advantage in addressing your topic from a social science perspective specifically. And lastly, you'll want to show me how you're going to tailor your message to be sure that you elicit a response from your audience and somehow motivate them to take action. And then, of course, I'll be looking for your articulation of response, simply meaning I'll be checking for spelling, grammar, and APA citation. So hopefully by now you have most of the components ready to go for your final project, and you'll be focusing on the items that are new over the next week. You'll be adding in new slides and offering a more detailed picture of your research, possibly using images and pictures in order to make your slides more visually appealing or in order to capture your audience's attention. And you'll also be focusing on this new evidence-supported research. And here, you can really think about this in terms of it being the sales pitch part of your presentation. What can you do to express that others should be equally as interested in your topic and the findings of your research? You want to be able to convince someone professionally or a community agency, perhaps an educational entity, or even if it's just others in your neighborhood, to also find a way to be connected to your research project. You want to make this a piece where you express that this is something that everyone you're talking to should be interested in. If you have any questions about this, or if you run into any roadblocks, please send me an email or give me a call over the next week. I'm really happy to talk with you about how to improve your project and answer any questions you might have. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great week.